Did the market overreact to the Fed news today?
The market's been trained, the stock market's been trained to rally whenever the Fed tells you they're going to cut interest rates. It's just that knee-jerk reaction.
But we knew that coming in, didn't we?
Oh, I agree. We're sort of rallying again on the possibility of rate cuts. We've been pricing in 2 rate cuts for months now. But Jay Powell basically...
Goldman Sachs is at, like, I think 3 rate cuts. I don't understand why the market reacted this way when everybody, and maybe everybody's mother, was saying that we're going to get rate cuts.
Some of it was positioning. I think we were down 5 or 6 days leading into today.
Fair enough.
The September rate cut odds going into the speech got down to about 66%. It was above 90 just a few weeks ago. So part of this is just there was the positioning going in and Powell's stamp on, yes, we are cutting in September.
So Peter, when you look at this, the market is always, what have you done for me lately? So if you go back historically, in a non-recessionary time period, the Fed cuts 188 basis points. Recessionary, 400 basis points. Is 188 basis points on the docket for the Fed, or is this a one-off?
I think we're in a rate tweaking cycle, not a rate cutting cycle. And you had mentioned the 3% neutral rate. Well, the 3% neutral rate in nominal terms is only a neutral rate when the rate of inflation is sustainably at 2%. 3% is not just the number. It's only when inflation's at 2. Well, inflation's at 3 instead. In other words, the neutral rate, according to the Fed dot plot, is 1%. So if inflation is 2.9 and the core PCE confirms that on Thursday, well, 3.9% technically is where the Fed funds rate should be. Well, 1 or 2 cuts gets you there and not much more.
I'm trying, like, it's Friday, the weather's beautiful here, it's been raining all week. I want to be happy, okay? People are making money today.
Do you? Doesn't feel that way.
The longer the show goes on, the less I do. But I will say this. Yesterday, I'm old enough to remember 24 hours ago when we got the Fed minutes, and they were fairly hawkish. Now we get this speech, which is fairly dove-ish. But what happened between the Fed minutes were from a meeting just a couple weeks ago? We kind of feel like we're all over the place. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was the perplexing thing. And Powell spoke 3.5 weeks ago and didn't tip his hand to any of this. And then the minutes, as you say, reading through it, most talked hawkishly within that meeting. And so there was no sort of hint. And that's why the rate cut odds were only 66% going into today. So they kind of fooled us. And maybe Powell just woke up on a different side of the bed this morning and changed his speech to being more dovish than hawkish.